Hey guys, do you want to keep up to date with what we're doing? Meet other Dumbigos just like yourself? Become a member of the highly controversial Klebs fan club cult? Then join our Discord. Links in the description. Love you. Mwah.
So, what do you think has ruined, say, games like Apex or Call of Duty? Because, like, back in the day, I remember as a kid, Call of Duty, like, sure, you know, maybe I'd try my butt off, but I was always having fun, regardless. And, like, at the end of the day, it was fun for me. Like, I wasn't trying to be the best, I wasn't trying to be an MLG, like, quick-scoping god, I was just running what I wanted to run, and I had fun with it. But now it's changed,
do you think
it feels like.
the games have changed, or do you think we changed?
Well, because the games definitely haven't... Well, maybe a bit of both? Because I think Call of Duty is still Call of Duty no matter how you look at it. But, like, how do I put it? Like, the mechanics... Like, the very basic mechanics of Call of Duty are the same. It is, like, a moving shooter, bada bing, bada boom, kill this, kill that. But they've added so much more complexity to it that I think that has just made the game so much more, I guess, I don't want to say the phrase, like, meta grindy, or like, maybe tryhardy isn't the right word, but like, it's made it so much more to where, like, this is the build. If you don't run the build, because, you know, like, it's great that now you can have 5 different attachments on your weapon, and you can choose which stock to have, which magazine to have, which scope, which laser sight, which barrel. Like, that's
so it means
cool.
There is a specific build that works, and everything else you might as well not bother.
Yeah. And so then everyone sort of has to run something, either it has to run that or something similar to that to keep up with everyone else that's using that.
Yeah, and I can
Like,
see
you go
what
and you...
you're saying with that, because now, even though everybody who wants to play the game well is going to run the exact same build, they will run into other people who are either just trying to have fun or don't know the meta, and they're able to just shit all over them. Whereas back in the day, if everybody has an M16, yeah, you'd occasionally get that one asshole who can, like, 360 no-scope and get headshots from across the map, but you also just had an M16, so...
You had an M16 with a sight and extended mags. That was it.
So, like, you could conceivably be as good as they are. And, you know, I guess I did feel that a lot when I, stopped playing Call of Duty. I didn't have those times anymore where, like in Black Ops or Call of Duty 3 or even Call of Duty 1, where, like, you might have a few bad games, but then you'd have a few really good games and you'd be on top of the team every time. When I finally left Call of Duty, I don't feel like I ever got that anymore. I was just always either mediocre or bad.
Yeah, and, like, for me, like, felt like I was always pretty decent at those games, but I really had to work my butt off to play once, like, well, I'd say, like, trying to get back into Call of Duty 2019 or 2020, whichever. The one that first,
literally like 40 Call of Duties at this point.
The one that started the whole, like, really being able to customize your weapon, Call of Duty.
I have no idea.
It was the one that they reamped to, like, restart the timeline with, like, with Soap and Price and all that shit.
Soap McTavish?
Yes. Soap!
Well, then, do you think if we haven't changed, have the games changed, or have the people playing them changed?
Well, I think we've already discussed that the games have somewhat changed. And I think...
I'd argue they've changed for the worse since the first Call of Duty, but I'm old.
But I think still on that the games have changed slightly, but it's still Call of Duty at the end of the day. It isn't like Fortnite where you have to talk about, like, is this Fortnite Season 1? Is this Fortnite Save the World?
Yeah.
Is this Fortnite, like, you know, Season 2, Part 15, 25-2. Like, we don't have to talk about it like that. Like, Call of Duty is still Call of Duty when it comes down to it.
Sort of.
Sort of, yes, but, like, it's still, like, a tactical shooter, first person.
Yeah, yeah. Still the same functional game.
Yeah.
Apex was really good about that, too. They've changed a lot, but Apex is still Apex.
Yes. It's still...
Ah, fuck.
Like, yeah, there's some gimmicks around the map, and new weapons, new characters, but it's not game-changing like Fortnite, where you've got, like, new weapons that completely change how you, like, move around the place.
It wasn't a full meta swap, like the sort of thing MMOs do, like World of Warcraft, where an update will suddenly break everyone's character because some stat changed or some piece of gear doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Every Call of Duty game is just more Call of Duty, but they keep adding parts.
Yeah. But I always
feel like
say
gamers
that,
are just getting more hardcore.
well, I would say that my thought behind, like the sort of change is streaming. Streaming and making, like, being able to see who's good at the games, like, easier to find.
Mm-hmm.
And just seeing, like, oh, you know...
Seeing the obvious meta.
Yeah, like, oh, MXLG here is so fucking good at the game, so I want to be like Stevie MLG, which I guess you could argue was kind of a thing back with FaZe Clan, but FaZe Clan was just, like, a bunch of dudes having fun with, like, quick-scoping and trick-shotting and shit.
Yeah, but I remember even back then, whether it was FaZe or in World of Warcraft, oh, what was their name? Unobtainable, untouchable. It was some massive World of Warcraft guild that was the same way. They were just the best of the best of the best, sir.
The best of the best of the best, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever people talked about them, you had your occasional fanboys that were like, oh my god, they're so cool. But the vast majority of people were just like, whatever, they're tryhards. We're just here to have fun.
Or like, okay, cool, I'm back from my fucking 12-hour shift at the ball crushing factory. Like, let me just play the fucking game. I don't care about these people.
But it seems these days, everybody wants to think they're in FaZe or Unobtainable or whoever. Everyone thinks, oh, I gotta have the perfect meta build, and I watch all the streams, and I
all
gotta
these
make sure
tier lists. Fucking tier lists. I think the poop shitter pooping farting is F tier, and I think the smelly wigger wiggle is in S uber plus mega shit tier.
The smelly wigger wiggle, I like that.
We got Magnum Bullet over here fucking with us.
I mean, I
But
guess
yeah, like,
the people have just changed so much.
like, I think the environment has changed, where I think video gaming is becoming more of a, maybe not accepted platform, but it's a lot more...
Well,
like,
yeah, that's a good way to talk about it, too, because back in those days of the games, it wasn't... Like, if you told someone you were a gamer, most of the time, people were just like, oh, okay.
I don't know, you're wasting your fucking life sitting on the couch and doing nothing.
But these days, if you tell someone you don't play games, they're like, oh, well, why not? Are you some sort of, like, weird prude who hates technology,
Or like, what do you do then if you don't play video games or, you know, browse social media, do all this other shit? Sorry, Square, I tried
So I guess
helping you
just
there.
there's more people playing at a more hardcore level now. It's more accepted. So we obviously end up playing against more people playing at a hardcore level, so there's less just casual gamers.
Yeah. Hey, I still hit him at the very end, don't care. Someone take him out, please. But, God, what was I gonna say? I don't know, that, and I feel like with, like, COVID and the times changing in general, where people had more time to sit at home and do fucking nothing, a lot more jobs are becoming, like, at-home workplaces, so people are having more time to play video games. So then people having more time to play games means that people in general are going to be better.
I'm disappointed.
Like, you
Yeah,
know,
I guess-
the average schmuck who, you know, is working 40-hour shifts, or not 40-hour shifts, you know, 40-hour work weeks, now realizes that, like, oh, you know, I can basically make the same amount of money reviewing products on my own time, and I don't have to spend nearly as much time on it, and now I can just sit at home and, like, do other shit.
Do you think there are any games that didn't get negatively impacted by any of that?
Probably stuff that isn't seen as nearly as competitive, like first person, like single player games, or like just co-op games where it's just like player versus environment. I think the ones that probably just got hit more is the PvP. Any sort of PvP, I would think. In particular,
So any
first-person
competitive
shooter
game.
PvP. Yeah. So like, so in like PvE games don't tend to be competitive. There's no one to compete against. Like the
They try,
computers are
though.
just, yeah, but like the computers are just the
Leaderboards
computers.
and like multiplayers dropping in and out, like in Dark Souls and Diablo.
Well, true, but Dark Souls and Diablo is a PvE game with PvP features. Like once you toss PvP features into a game, it just becomes competitive, I think. Like, and then that's where you get the meta slaves. That's where you get just the people that aren't there to have fun. They're just there to fuck shit up because fuck you. Because I gotta get that clip in for my YouTube montage
Mm-hmm.
of me just destroying plebs.
My 360 no-scope montage.
Mm-hmm.
Is it all multiplayer games?
I would think most, because all is a pretty, like... That's an absolute word, so I would say most. A vast majority. But not all of them, I would think.
No heroics, boys.
I'm sure there's some games out there. Well, I think maybe it also has to do something with the community? Maybe?
Yeah, well, I could see that. Crossout, there's definitely a competitive community, so it's going to be competitive, but
Yeah.
a more casual game, or even a more cooperative game, probably wouldn't be so competitive.
Yeah, like take Minecraft, for example. Like, yeah, there's some PvP aspects you can have in there with, like, Hunger Games and all that shit. But half the time, you know, you can just sit on, like, a prison server and just mine away doing your own thing, and everyone's fine. Like, sure, you'd have the guy or two in there that'd be, you know, grinding away just to show off to everyone else how great he is.
Mm-hmm,
But
always.
he's not doing any harm to anyone else. Like, it's not happening to a detriment to anyone else. Like, he's not showing that he's the best at the best of, like, you know, because he's got this meta build, or he's running, like, amazing shit. Alright, we're just gonna stay like this, bud.
Yeah, I'm stuck on someone who gave up, so I'm just gonna leave him here and go somewhere else.
Nope.
Oh, well that was awfully lucky. Someone dropped a suicide drone, and it ran into me, but didn't explode.
Oh, that's nice.
It just sort of bumped me and then drove off. Yeah, that's gonna be that AFK guy, wherever he's at. There he is.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah, I ripped all his guns and wheels off, and then he just sat
Fucking
there.
Florence hit me and messed up my fucking shot, you whore. I don't know, what does everyone else think? Do they feel that first person or competitive, or like games like Call of Duty, Apex, Fortnite have just gotten worse over the ages for having fun aspect? Or has it stayed the same? Has it gotten better? What do people think?
Oh, that's a good point, too. The type of person who likes that meta, grind, competitive aspect probably would really like the way games have changed.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Which I feel like would have totally been you 5 or 10 years ago. Like, you then playing games now would probably be like, finally a challenge.
Probably, honestly. But
'Cause
before, I wasn't thinking like that.
Honest,
Like, it was just...
You have always been pretty good at games.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been playing them since I was, like... Since I could walk and talk, pretty much. Well, maybe not immediately, but, like... I think before I even hit double digits in age, my parents gave me, like, a DS... Or, no, a Game Boy... Like, the Game Boy Color. That was a little foldable guy.
Ooh. Oh god, am I gonna fight a spider?
No, he's just kind of running away.
Anthony, move!
Alright, fucking drones, fuck off.
Anthony, please!
At least the other bot here is just, or the other spider one is just a bot.
I've got a spider in here upside down.
Nice. Are you violating him?
Oh yeah, he's not having a good time. Although neither am I need to back off. You can just stay here upside down, have fun.
Oh, is it Andy Smooth Skin over there?
Yeah, smooth skin.
Come here, Smooth Skin.
Yeah, play with him, I'm gonna deal with Jamie.
Alright, I took off another one of his tires.
Boy,
He's
he
just-
has got a hard on for me.
Yeah, I took off his last weapon, so he is exposed like a
Fireworks.
motherfucker. Oh, he's dead. There was a flash of purple on my screen as your fireworks just blew up in here. Oh, cash truck over here.
Oh, I have to kill him. Don't kill him.
No promises. Why do you have to kill him?
Because he's been messaging me raging for the last 5 minutes about how I killed him.
Oh, really?
Yes!
Yeah! Nice! Oh, he's still here! He's still here! He's still here!
Get that little fucker.
Ah, right as I was gonna shoot, too. Has he really been, like, just going at you?
Yeah. Because I killed him 2 games in a row now.